my good folks who's back in here. All right, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Buenos noches, buenos dias, buenos. I like how you doing today. We're here for another shizo. What we're gonna be talking about today is amazing. Today we're gonna be talking about Joanna Man. All right. I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Joanna Man. Okay. But yeah, we about to talk about a real life Joanna Man situation. We have two NBA players that want to now become basketball players in the WNBA. And yes, I said the WNBA. And it will be discrimination for them to tell them they can't be a part of the WNBA for what I've been told. This dude is about to put up 365,000 points a game. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly. We about to jump into this good video. I appreciate y'all for being here. It is me. All right. Cash me out 72415 HD Soundwave. When it comes to the radio stations, I am the one. All right. Over there on Station Head. Come check me out. We getting it popping up over there. We trying to do what it do and make it do what it don't do. All right. Now let's get into this video, man. I got y'all. We about to see what's going on. Let's get into it.
Official, I just declare for the 2027 WNBA draft in April. Join me in this journey.
Mr.cashmeout decided he's going to throw his hat into the WNBA.
The WNBA does not ban men who identify as women right now from playing in the league.
He would dominate the WNBA without batting an eyelash.
The number one prospect in the history of the WNBA.
Sophie Cunningham's remarks on transgender athletes have reignited debate around the WNBA, with former NBA players Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White now announcing plans to pursue WNBA.
So you see these two dudes, right? These are not no regular Stephen Curry, Bugsy Moe. Like, they're little guys. There's little guys that play in the league. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's little dudes that get in there. They 6 foot. They 5'11". So you know what I mean. They're not your average 6'6", 6'8", 7-footer. Remind you, 7-footers are like the Yao Mings, the Shaquille O'Neals, the Tim Duncans, the Nate Robinsons. Those are the big guys. Shaquille O'Neal. I think I said Shaq. Charles Barkley. The big guys. Dwight Howard, big dudes. These are some big dudes right here. They about to get in the game, bro. But listen, this is what y'all wanted, right? This is what y'all want. Y'all want to be able to let little boys playing little girl sports and say that it's okay. All right, cool. Well, then let's let some grown men go play in women's sports then. Let's see how that works. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how that works for you. I can hear the sports announcer right now. 160,000 points for... And he dunks another one, and another ball has been dunked. Oh, my God, it's just a spectacle. It's just a spectacle. It's just going down. He's passing the ball to himself. Oh, my God, he has 3,000 points this quarter alone. All right, I digress, man. Let's get back to the video.
Spots. Enes Kanter has released a video officially declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft. Freedom said he had reviewed the WNBA's eligibility rules and was just asking for those rules to be applied equally. He claimed that he was not trying to mock or disrespect transgender people.
It's official. I just declare for the 2027 WNBA draft in April. Join me in this journey.
Mr.cashmeout decided he's going to throw his hat into the WNBA.
The WNBA does not ban men who identify as women right now from playing in the league.
He would dominate the WNBA without batting an eyelash.
The number one prospect in the history of the WNBA.
Earlier, Royce White also announced plans to enter the 2027 WNBA draft, saying he sometimes identifies as a woman.
Royce White. You see this dude? He just got him a wig. He's on the courts. Joanna Man. This is a real life Joanna Man situation. I swear to you guys, we are living out real life movies. I don't know if y'all understand that. If you're a little bit younger, you probably don't know because you probably haven't watched a lot of these older movies. But I promise you, the Will Smith situation was a movie. Joanna Man, a movie. I'm just saying, shit's getting weird. Okay?
Shit's getting weird. Okay? Shit's getting weird.
Just for the record. But yeah, this big ass dude thing, he about I really hope they let him play. I want to see this shit. They're gonna this will be the first time the WNBA reaches NBA records, sales, jerseys. Oh God.
The former NBA
Let him
player
do it.
made the
Let
announcement
him
in an
do
interview
it.
with Fox News shortly after Enes Kanter Freedom announced entering the draft. White said he wants fair treatment and does not want to face discrimination if he tries to join the league. White.
Wait, but here's the twist though. Here's the twisty though. Here what makes it even more funny. He said that he is a transgender lesbian. So he still likes vagina. Okay? he still likes vagina. I like that. Found it in.
Who played 3 NBA games for the Sacramento Kings during the 2013-14 season, said he would declare for the WNBA draft in 2027. He is also a Republican candidate for the U.S. Senate. I'm transgender. I sometimes identify as a woman for purposes of professional basketball, so I will be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well, White told Fox News. Right now, I'm just having a blast in my feminine area. I never thought I was a woman. I've always trusted the science, and I thought I was a man my entire life. But after further review, a strong look at my personal preferences, it would appear I am indeed sometimes identifying as a transgender woman, Royce White on Fox and Friends. It came, y'all. My first wig. Tomorrow, I tested on the court. This is my feminine era glow-up. Did I slay? If y'all don't queen, you're transphobic. I really don't understand all the hatred. I just want to play some hoops with my fellow ladies, Royce White wrote on X. White also said he wants to be treated fairly as a transgender woman athlete. The internet is already reacting to Royce.
Look at this nigga, man. Look at this nigga. He is in character, bro. He's not playing with y'all, bro. He is in character. He got his whole Saucy Santana get down, got the beard with the wig. They not even trying to hide it, they niggas no more. They just tossing the wig on, full beard. Just don't give a fuck. And you niggas is letting this shit happen. Granted, you can be whoever you want to be. This is Zootopia. God damn it. You can be a Sly Fox or you can be a courageous bunny. Fuck, who about to say so? Be who you want to be. Let him, let whatever his pronouns is the day of, let it play what it wants. I think that they should let him into the motherfucking league. Let him in. You got to let him in. You got to let him in. I'm telling you. I can hear them now. He scored 16,000 points in 13 seconds. Oh my God, this is us about to go. You have to let him play. I don't care what y'all say. Let him play. I'm there for it. I'm there. I'm buying tickets. I want to see.
Announcement, with the news sparking a wave of debate.
He rocking that wig though.
Media. One user wrote on X, LMAO, former NBA player Royce White, now a transgender woman.
Royce White. Joanna Man.
Another wrote, former NBA star Royce White just bought a wig to test on the basketball court. One user wrote, men invent a problem, then try to make it real. Notably, U.S. President Trump has raised the issue of men in women's sports multiple times in his political campaigns. He had signed an executive order banning trans athletes in women's sports, which later got backed by SCOTUS as well. Watch. While addressing a crowd, Trump mocked transgender athletes, physically.
You know, Trump is a very dynamic asshole. Okay, he's like the villain in Batman. Okay, every villain in Batman, we see them do bad shit, but somewhere in the story, in the timeline, in the storyline, right, they mean well at some point, right? Trump has did a lot of fucked up shit, and I don't necessarily think it's just due to Trump not liking, like, being racist. Okay, my opinion on Trump is Trump don't like poor people. Trump don't care about if you're black, white, orange, brown, purple. If you got money and he can find a way to make some money with you, then you his boy, you his man's. You got a seat at the table. And I think that goes for a lot of people that's hustlers and about making money and that's full capitalists. If you're not getting no money with me or you can't put no money in my pocket, then I don't want to be around you. I don't like you. I don't want to deal with your kind. I think that's more to say, right? You think that Trump wouldn't be cool with Ben Carson, the neurosurgeon? I mean, I think he would have, a conversation with Ben Carson. I think so. But then people will say Ben Carson is, XYZ. People have their own opinions about other people. I get it. But I just think that when you're dealing with Trump just understands things on a different level. He definitely was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and a gold bar coming out of his crack. So you know how that works. And if you don't know, when people are born in a certain status, they feel like to come down and mingle with the common folk, put them at a disadvantage, right? And a lot of these people want to be worshipped. So you get around the wrong people, you're not gonna get worshipped. You'll be getting robbed. Just saying. But yeah, Trump's gonna say what he say, and I agree with a lot of what he was saying when it comes to boys playing in girls sports. I think that if that's the case, they need to make a league that's especially for these type of children and let them have the time of their lives. But to say, to make young girls subjected to playing with little boys when it's a girls league for a reason, I think that's not fair. It's not fair to the girls and it's not fair to the rules, right? These children become the exception when they have these different genders, right? When they want to be gendered differently, they have the right to do that, right? If that's how you feel. You want to, you're confused. You don't have parents that guide you and tell you the rights from wrongs and ups and downs. Then, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not the child's fault. It's not the person's fault. Some people just need help, right? But at the same time, we need to all respect each other's spaces, period. You respect my space, I respect your space, and we all can coexist. And I think that's a little bit of what Trump was trying to do, but I think his bad overweighs his good. I digress.
Demonstrating a trans athlete doing the weight lift.
I really want y'all to understand what that means coming from somebody like Trump. You got to understand what that means, that he don't like poor people, like I said. It don't even be about black or white. If you poor, that's an issue, especially for Trump. He ain't rocking with no poor folks. Y'all not in the class he trying to maintain or at least trying to be in, I told you. Just listen to me. I'm trying to give y'all some free game.
It's like 210 pounds or something like that. Well, that's a lot for a woman, but not that much for a man. You could do it with one hand. And he goes, looks down at the weight. Did it. I think he did a few things for emphasis. And he won the medal. And everyone said, oh, isn't that wonderful? Are we crazy? Men should not be able to participate in women's sport. Right? That's a 99% issue. Do you ever hear the fake news? They say, that's an 80-20 issue. No, it's not. It's 99-1. I've been doing politics now for 10 years. Not that long considering I've won 3 elections. So But we did great in the second one. It was a rigged deal, but pretty short. But with all of that, and all of the time I spent speaking to people, they say, "Sir, could you cut taxes on this? Could you get me a tax deduction on a car loan?" I did that. By the way, I did that. If you borrow money to buy a car, you get to do all these things. They asked me for hundreds of things. Not once did anyone ever come up to me and say, "Sir, please, this is so vital. You have to be able to have men play in women's sports. Please, sir, could you pull that off?" I've never had anyone ask me for that. So I say it's a 99-1 issue, not 80-20. The fake news back there, they say, "Oh, that's a tight issue." But I don't like talking about it because I want them to continue on with that. I want them to continue on with they're in favor of the mutilization of your child for transgender purposes, the mutilization of your child. And I would say politically, it's a very good thing to run against a person that's...
I don't know, but you can't beat him. You can't fight him on that. You cannot fight him on that. There's no way around it. You can say you don't like him. You can say he's the grapey. He did this and he did that. There's proof. He's been sued. No way around that. But what he's saying right now about the situation, especially with this whole uprise with the Star dude, Sydney Star, that guy, and the 16-year-old boy. And then you got the Santana guy talking about the creek and you got to be quiet and shit. What the fuck is he talking about? I'm just saying this shit is getting weird, bro. And this shit is getting out of fucking hand. You can do what you want to do. The adults is adults. You got freaky ass niggas. They do freaky ass shit. You got your P. Diddy's. You got your Dennis at the bunny ranches. You got all your people, right? You got your Hugh Hefners. You got your people on both sides. I'm not saying it's a black thing. I'm not saying it's a white thing. It's not an African-American thing. It's not a European-American thing. It's just men are freaky. But we got to stop, and we got to start normalizing children being taken advantage of. We got to stop normalizing and thinking or turn the blind eye to kids being groomed and shit happening. No and no. That's why I kind of draw the line. We're not playing those games at all. So you can't fight him on that. And like I said, his bad outweighs his good. So it's kind of like, well, Trump, you be over there doing shit too, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't you an 8-time felon? I mean, I got a couple of felonies too, but that nigga got 8 of them. That was a gangster.
In favor of that kind of stuff. So we let them, we don't bring it up during off political seasons, but we have a political season coming up. And they'll be doing all of that nonsense, and they're going to lose a lot of elections. And now, if you look at New York, we have all communists running. They're all excited. They're going to win their primaries, but I can't imagine they can beat a normal Republican. So I think it's a good thing. Musa, what do you think? I think it's a good thing. Wouldn't you like to run against somebody like that? Well, Shapiro's not that much better, to be honest with you, but I won't say. They're all being forced. A guy like Shapiro, he's going to be forced to the left. Otherwise, he's not going to get the nomination. But they voted against proof of citizenship. Think of it. We'd like to have proof of citizenship. You walk into the voting booth. Would it be okay, sir, if I looked at your citizenship? How dare you ask me for my citizenship? You know, in California, if you ask that question to a voter, you are criminally liable. In other words, they can put you in jail. If you say, "Sir, do you have proof of citizenship?" they put you in jail if they ask that question. You're not allowed to ask that. Did you know that? It's the craziest thing I've ever seen going on. Hey, did they screw the kid, Pratt? Boy, he's leading, and all of a sudden he's lost. And it was sort of interesting. The election, you ever see an election where they're 2.5 weeks in? An election that takes weeks to count the votes? But after the evening, it looked like he was going to win or certainly be in the runoff. And then I started hearing rumors as the days went by, days and days went by, that Pratt is fading. He's fading. I said, they rigged the election. And then lo and behold, he didn't qualify, even though he was so far up in the third place person that it was almost impossible, and he didn't qualify. And then it started happening with the next candidate, Steve Hilton, who's running for governor. He was up in front, just about leading, no problem. And all of a sudden, about 4 or 5 days after, this is after the election's over, they said, Steve Hilton is starting to lose votes. I said, here we go again. And I called up the U.S. Attorney in California. They said, we're going to have a number in the next week. I called up the very powerful, very good U.S. Attorney in California, and I said, do me a favor. Take a look. They're trying to steal that election, too. I guess they called up. They said, this is the U.S. Attorney call. We have your great U.S. Attorney here today, by the way, and your assistant U.S. Attorney. They're doing great. David, thank you. But so over the next week.
Trump just be lying. He just be saying any fucking thing. He just be fucking lying. I called the general. I called him. And first of all, he can call anybody. He's the president of the United States. Granted, he got that power. He got that pull. He can call a nigga. They gonna answer. But at the same time, a lot of people don't like this nigga. And when he be calling and he be trying to tell people what to do, they be like, bruh, I don't gotta do that. No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell on you. And this is why his ass always getting sued or in fucking trouble, because he be trying to bully niggas and that shit don't be working. They don't be giving a fuck about none of that shit he be talking about. You like, boy, man, shut the fuck up. We not doing it. And he said he gonna run again for a fourth term. We gonna see. I mean, for a third term, we gonna see too.
Is definitely going to lose, but the U.S. Attorney called. We want to check your votes. About an hour after the call, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hilton has won. So, had I not made that call, Steve Hilton would right now be watching the election from home. So I don't know. You know, he would have a great chance, but the election's totally rigged. California's totally rigged. All mail-in ballots. It's a disgrace. We got to pass the Save America Act. Okay.
We gotta pass the Save America Act, all right? That's what they saying, the Save America Act. That's what they trying to call it. But what y'all think about these two dudes deciding that they want to play professional basketball with the women? Do you think that they should be able to play professional basketball with the women? Or do you feel that they shouldn't be able to play? Do you think that they should have to show some type of real tendency like Caitlyn Jenner? I mean, I'm just confused because Bruce went the whole way. I think Bruce got the surgery too, right? He got the surgery? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Bruce Jenner went the whole way. So if Bruce Jenner wanted to play WNBA ball, would he be able to? I mean, I know he's probably too old to do it now, but at some point, if he wanted to, would he be able to play? Would it be fair? Should it be an issue? Let me know what y'all think, man. We in the building squad. I appreciate y'all. All right, we up out of here. Until the next one.